Proving angle relationships. After watching this video, I will be able to solve problems involving angle addition and congruence. So first we have our protractor postulate, which basically means we can use a protractor, which is this mathematical instrument before us, where we can measure angles from 0 to 180. When an angle is 180 degrees, that means that it forms a straight line. Hence, when we hold a protractor next to a straight line, it's 180 degrees. Previous week or previous lesson, we learned about segment addition postulate, which is basically saying when you have a piece of a line and you have another piece of a line, you can add them up to get the entire line. We're going to use that same idea to say if we have a piece of an angle and an adjacent angle right next to it, we can add it up to get the larger angle. So if we had this blue angle and this red angle, we can add them up to get the large green angle. So let's take a look at a practice problem. If we have the measurements of angle 1, find the measurement of angle 1 if the measurement of angle 2 is 56. So angle 2 is 56. It's always a good idea to use your picture to write down your given information. And then the measurement of angle JKL, well, JKL is the entire angle, so that entire angle is 145. So measurement of angle 1, I do not know what it is, that's my missing information, plus 56 has to equal the entire angle measure. So now I'm going to solve for the measurement of angle 1. You can let that be x or just leave it as is. Measurement of angle 1 has to equal 145 minus 56. So angle 1 is 89 degrees. Now I'm going to suggest you pause this video, try and do the guided practice below, and then press play to see if you got your answer correct. The measurement of angle 3 would equal 18 because I need to add 23 plus 90 because that little image is telling me it's a right angle and a right angle is 90. Plus the measurement of angle 3 has to equal 131 because it told me that measurement of the entire angle ABC is 131. Using angle addition, I added all three pieces of the angle to equal the entire angle. Some properties that were true for algebra is also true for the congruence. So whenever I have an angle congruent to another angle, I can use my reflexive, symmetric, and transitive properties of congruence, meaning I no longer need an equal sign. If it's a congruent symbol, I can still apply these properties. We can also use angle addition with other angle relationships that we kind of studied in chapter 1. So we have the supplement theorem. And this means if you have two angles that form a linear pair, so think of linear, a linear means line, and a pair means two. So if we have a linear pair, meaning a pair of angles that form a straight line, they are supplementary angles. And supplementary angles is just a fancy word to say, hey, those two angles, when you add them together, they have to equal 180 because we saw with the protractor that a straight line is 180 degrees. Then we have a similar one called the complement theorem. And this one means if the non-common sides of two adjacent angles form a right angle, then the angles are complementary. So looking at my picture, if I have two angles within itself, such as angle 1 and angle 2, and they form a right angle, the reason I know this is a right angle is because of that little red box. Then they are complementary, and that means that those two angles have to add up to 90. So let's see, if we wanted to solve for x in this following example, I would say, okay, these two angles, they form a right angle because of the little box right there. So I know that these are complementary, so I'm going to use this theorem, and I'm going to use this example, meaning that the first angle, the angle in red, has to be 2x plus 1. And then the second angle, the angle in green, has to be 11 plus x. And I'm going to add them, and it has to equal 90 because of the complement theorem. So now I'm going to use my algebra skills, combine like terms. 2x plus x will give me 3x. 1 plus 11 will give me 12. Subtract 12 from both sides. 3x equals 90 minus 12 is 78. And now I need to divide 3 on both sides. So x equals 26.